So continuing from where we left yesterday is that now we are not doing Anapanasati as per Anapanasati Sutta, but however, it can still follow the same method or what is indicated. So there are four Anupassana. One is Kaya Anupassana, Vedana Anupassana, Chitta Anupassana, and Dhamma Anupassana. There's four Anupassanas. Now, when we do the Kaya, so let's say they are able to understand the breath, what is breath, and then they're able to stay with the breath for a long time without putting any effort. It's not about 1 hour sitting, 2 hour sitting, or whatever it is. They are able to be in that state without having to do anything. That means that the Passambhayam Kaya Sankharan, the calming of breath is happening. Because with the subject object, the breath goes out. So if there's no subject object grasping, then the breath stays. Why we fight with breath is because we are not doing Indriya Samvara. Okay. So basic aim is to cut the sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and thoughts. Especially if you put the thoughts out, then the other five senses will fall down. Just either you can do both ways. Depends on how good the person is in understanding what should be done. Meaning it's individualistic. Sometimes you have to do individually each sense doors closing. Sometimes you can do the thoughts closing or replacing the thoughts with kusala. Then it halts. Okay. As indicated in MN20. So whichever way you use, it's fine. You can do individual, you can do together. That's the first step. Now, when I do that first step, there is calming of senses and there is calming of breath because of the senses getting calmed. Now, what do I mean by calming of senses? It means that it's not going behind any object, specific object or subject. Subject is the eyes, object is the what it's seeing, like ear and the sound. The sound is heard, but not making up story about that sound. Eyes are there, sight is there, something is there to see, but there is nothing story to be made. So if we are able to do, or if they are able to do it in a proper way, today they should be able to establish samatha by the end of the day. So it will conclude the Kayanupassana, and now they can look at the two Vedanas, Piti Sukha, happening to them. So they would feel lightness of the body and lightness of the mind. Okay. So basically, that is how we can see for ourselves that it is working. Okay. Now, having seen that, we come to Cittasankhara Patisamvedi, which is something in Vedana, but it is part of the Chitta. So that's the reason in Satipatthana, when people don't see this, they assume that Chitta is something different and the Vedana they don't even consider. They always consider its body. Okay, that's a mistake. In Vedana, there are four Vedanas. There are not one Vedana in the Vedananu. In the 16 steps, the four represents Vedana, both Kayika and Chetasika. Anyway, coming back to this is that what's a Cittasankhara? It is feeling and perception. Feeling as in Vedana, perception as in sanya. So there is always a state of going with the object, identifying it, and looking at whether it's giving me happiness or unhappiness or neutral. Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukha Sukha Vedana. Now, what I find that the mind is not running behind these objects of the senses. It's established within itself. So the Cittasankhara is reducing. Okay. So basically, that is what I need to really see. Now I need to see where it is running. So let's take a few examples. Now we are sitting in this hall. It's a smaller one when compared to the above. This is a room. And now we have 8 people, including me, 9. Yeah. So if you look at identification of this room and comparing with that room, you get 2 possibilities. Possibility 1 is that you dislike this small place and you start liking that place. Possibility 2 is that you have to adjust with this small place, even though it might look smaller. These are 2 possibilities. So presently, we can't have the third possibility, which means taking this computer here and going upstairs. This is what is happening in the chitta. So chitta drives the body, saying, let's go from here. The sankhara is perception and feeling, or feeling and perception. So I'm feeling a little bit crampy here. It's giving me dukkha vedana. So I feel if I go up, it'll give me sukha vedana. So I'm able to see it objectively, not subjectively. What it means by subjectively is that now I will feel that this room is small, so why don't we all go upstairs? So I'm able to see, this has come. Okay, so that Vedana has come. It's got nothing to do with Kaya. It's no problem in my Kaya now. I'm not feeling anything on the Kaya. I'm feeling very much light, very much okay with whatever is there. As far as the chair goes, as far as the table goes, as far as the lighting goes, as far as everything goes, I don't have any problem. But I have a problem with the chitta, patisamvedi. So what I do is I calm down the chitta. So passam bhayank chitta sankharam asasissameti sikkati. It means I'm learning how to pacify the mind. How do you pacify the mind? You replace this thought with some other thought, some other good thought. So what's a good thought and what is a bad thought? Now I'm feeling that I should be going up. So what I would do is I would ask all of them, should you want to go up? And they would say, yes, obviously I want to go up. 1 second, Brinda. If somebody's not there, you can switch off that fan also, that sound. Ah, okay. So basically, I can ask them and they would say, no, it's not okay. Or it's okay to go. Now, if I want to go, I have to pack up everything. So I'll see that it is painful to do so. So why don't I sit here and ignore this thought which is coming for me to go up? So I'm replacing this thought with some other thought. Some other thought means I'm saying this place is fine. I don't have to go anywhere. But another thought might proliferate and say, this is smaller, yet the same. So I can keep on doing like this till the thought subsides. And once it subsides, I know it has subsided. So there's nothing that I need to be doing in terms of what should be done. Okay. So that's how I can do it. So the Cittasankhara, feeling and perception, I'm seeing it. So now I'm calming it down. So when calming happens, then we are going into Chittanupassana. Now today we started on the Chittanupassana. So I'm asking them to look at what their mind is bringing up. So Chitta Patisamvedi Asasi Sameti Sikhati. So you learn Patisamvedana, that is what feeling and perception you're getting. So when I call a name, let's say I call Sangeeta, then what happens? So when the name is called, what happens? Or when a phone call comes, what happens? Or when the sound, somebody is drilling here, now the drill, start drilling, what happens? Okay. Somebody is playing music, what happens? So just see what happens. Is it disturbing or are you liking it? So you have raga if you're liking it, you have dvesha if you are feeling disturbed. So I'm seeing that with every sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and thoughts, only these will arise. That either I start liking or I start disliking it. I don't want it. Or I want in one way, not in the way it is right now. Yep, so that's exactly what we are working out on. If that happens, by few hours from now, we should get into samadhi through pamoja. Pamoja means delight because you're not getting reaction. There is no reaction. Okay. So that's the basic aim of today is to cut out this and then start seeing the this kaya, this mind, that is five khandhas, rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, vijnana, into anicca, dukkha, roga, ganda, salla, agata, abhadatha, parata, palokata, shunyata, anatta, 11 of them. Okay, that's a whole idea to establish samadhi. So I looked at chitta patisamvedi, I looked at what is coming in the chitta. Then if I'm not reacting to it, pamoja happened, gladness happened, delight happened. When I feel delighted, then I'm in samadhi. So today we are taken up to see, if not 11 things, but at least 5 things: anicca, dukkha, roga, kanda, salla, which means like impermanent, one side, uncertainty on the other side, meaning nothing is certain. You can't certainly say the weather will be like this. You can't certainly say whatever I'm eating will be like this. You can't say I will not feel hungry. I can't say I will feel hungry. I can't say I'll feel thirsty. I can't say I'll not feel thirsty to anything, right? I can't say I don't feel hot. Can't say I will never feel hot. No, nothing is certain. But whatever arises also passes away. I can see the anicca nature in this, which is part of Dhammanupassana. When we take it on Monday, So we'll go detailed onto it because we would have done the samadhi portion, which is jhana. We would have done that. It's good to watch it when we go there. So right now, we should see that it has anicca nature, it has a dukkha nature, holding on to it that this room is big or small, or that room is big and we should have been there, etc., etc., is going to bring in dukkha. Even otherwise, you need to bath, you need to eat, you need to urinate, you need to do the feces or poop and clean it up, wear dress, wear appropriate dress, check whether the dress is correct, not correct, ensure that the parts which you should not show is showing, etc., etc. So much of pain, so much of dukkha, just to be presentable. All that we are doing is to be presentable for the world, not for you, for the world. That's dukkha. And the disease, you are not at ease. You have to change the posture. You have to eat. You have to drink. To use the washroom. And look at my pain. We have two washrooms, or rather three washrooms, and two bathing areas. Can't provide more. I can't provide 8 of them because there are 8 people now. Now, what if 9 comes? We provide 9 them. Can I do that? No, not possible. And that's dukkha. So somebody wants to go to the washroom and all are full, then you know the dukkha of it. Okay, then we're hungry. Nothing is prepared, and we have given for catering, and the catering person has not come. What happens? Then the dukkha arises. So if something is there, it looks perfect. If the very thing is not there, it looks odd because I need it at this point, but nothing can be done. Namaskara. Yeah, she's come. So basically, we should look it this way and practice. Then we can be doing Kaya Anupassana, Vedana Anupassana, and Chitta Anupassana. So today we are doing all the three. How do we know we are doing all the three? You can really see whether you are fighting to watch the breath or breath is a natural occurrence for you. No effort, absolutely no effort. The only effort is to do Indriya Samvara, not about breath watching. If I am struggling to watch the breath or if I have to put a timer, then I'm very far away from what the Buddha Dhamma is all about. Because I'm wanting to establish something which cannot be established. Because I'm not believing in, or I don't have faith in anicca. It's uncertain. I can't certainly say I can sit for 1 hour. So because 1 hour is a pain, basically I created dukkha of 1 hour. How about 5 hours? Same. So conventionally, I can say that watch the breath for 18 hours. This convention. Reality is that breath is there all the time. It's not you watching breath. There's no you there to watch the breath. Breath is a natural occurrence. Just like somebody is asking, what's the sun? Sun has been there. Now you are not aware that sun is there. Now I'm saying be aware the sun is there. That doesn't mean that you should keep on staring at the sun. Right? So that is foolishness. Awareness is different as opposed to concentration. You concentrate on the sun. How long? Till the eyes water. After that, you can't see. So somebody can stare at the sun for 1 hour. Somebody can stare at the sun at half an hour. Somebody can stare at the sun for 15 minutes. Somebody can stare at the sun for 2 minutes. So then the competition starts because there is comparison. Oh, he can stare for 1 hour. Why I am not able to stare? So the moment I do that, the dukkha is taken. So I want it. So I am not following Buddha's teaching. I am following something crazy. It's not that you can't do it. You have to fit in the conditions. If the condition matches, you can do it. Basically, bring in the right condition. And the right condition is that don't have immoral deeds. It's not having immoral deeds and also you start watching the breath. Not possible. You remove the immoral deeds or have a five sila you want to take, be proper in that five. Taking eight sila, fine, be in that. You want to remove 10 akusala, fine, do that. There, just do that. Nothing else. Don't do anything extraordinary. Just do that. And learn how to do Indriya Samvara, guarding the sense doors. That's it. You are with Anapana. If that's my objective, yes, it's possible. That's it for today. And Monday, we will have further experiences. If somebody wants to share, they can share. Otherwise, we are good. I have any questions there? Fine. Should we end then? What? Should we wait? Should we end? How you want to think? I see only three people on video. The remaining people are either sleeping or maybe Stanzin should ask his wife what is she feeling. Oh, he's already asked you. Okay. Okay, so then nothing to update. Yes, Sergio. A small question. I guess it's true that if you're really doing observing, and that objectivity will naturally give you breath awareness. Yes, yes, that's correct. If you observe the feeling, see, good question. If you observe the rupa, now how many rupas are there? Including my rupa. And by the way, there is one lady by name Rupa itself. So then, if we see that Rupa as Rupa, then it's very nice. So all of them can, stare at that Rupa. And if that Rupa, 9 Rupas are there, 8 official Rupas and 9 named Rupas. So there's maybe her parents thought that she is Rupa and all others were Arupa. Anyway, so basically, she is Rupa. So now there are 9 Rupas in this home presently. In 9 Rupas, there are 9 kind of feelings. If there are only one feeling, Actually, 27 feelings exist at this point in time. 9 into 3, 27. There are 27 feelings. That's a permutation and combinations now. So, how many combinations can exist in 9 of 27? Tell me how many. If you do a permutation combination, how much will you get? How many combinations? 27. How many permutations? You can check on internet if you want, and you'll get a dazzling number. You mean to the power of life? Yeah, yeah. So you now need to see combinations. That is, Sangeeta, who is sitting on the left hand side of me, she might have a neutral feeling, whereas there is Swati, who is sitting on the far left here, she might have a pleasant feeling. And next to her is Vijaya, and she might have unpleasant feeling. So like that, if you keep on adding and adding and adding, and each time the rupa is seen, just the seeing of the rupa. What about hearing? What about tasting? What about touching? What about smelling? What about thinking? How many? Now, those many combinations are possible. And how many permutations? Mutation is to multiply. Permutation means different multiplications. So basically, life is all about permutation and combinations. So with this rupa, if I can observe the feeling, I can see that this is stupidity. If I take what Sangeeta is feeling as neutral feeling and Swati having a pleasant feeling, you remove the object, they will neither have a pleasant feeling nor an unpleasant feeling or a neutral feeling. It just goes away. So if you observe the feelings, then your breath is always there. So you remove feeling and perception, you get sanya vedita nirodha. You'll directly enter into anagami from sotapanna. You don't have to do the second one, which is sakadagami. That's the reason on the sakadagami is a very less information. Sotapanna, there's so much of information. Anagami, there's also good amount of information. You check how many times Buddha has spoken about once return, very few times. So if they were to understand that the feeling and perception is nothing but permutation combination, not real, then their breath remains as it is. And that's it, Harry. If you do it, you will throw out the mind illuminated book out of the door. Then you will throw your mat. Okay, then you will throw, these people are having pillows here. It seems like they're heating up the pillow more than they're doing anything. So they will throw that pillow out of the door. And that's it. They are heating their back and they're heating their bum also along with it. And that pillow is becoming flatter than anything else, as I could see. So if I sit on that, it's like a oven to me. I can cook whatever I want after they get up and go. Anyway, yes, Madhukar. Morning, sir. The matches are very minor things, sir. Just put my mattress, room, everything should never out. Yeah, it should be like that. Of sort of Punyada, Pagoda, people, even to that extent, I do respect Buddha and the statue and police, but now I did not sit uh, only in front of Buddha statue. I still wearing. No, no. See, the thing is like conventionally. More connection with more respect, quantity and the quality of respect really on so high, even though the statue is not there. Exactly. It should be like that only. If I am getting happiness out of a statue, then there is something wrong. If I am getting through some object, then it is wrong. Let's say Vrinda is here with me, and let's say I like her to be here, but she's going to go away in the next few days. So today we are on 17th of April, and she's moving away in next 8 days. So my happiness, who's sitting in the backside, is only 8 days. So I would like to use my 8 days in getting the happiness. Okay, let's say I get 100% happiness. But she argues with me sometimes. And that minusing those argument time is nothing but unhappiness. So if I look at that combination of unhappiness and happiness, I want her, she to make me happy. She wants me to make her happy, but we don't know what is happiness. So then we keep on negotiating the happiness. So then whatever she says to me, I feel happy because she's doing what I'm asking her to do. But sometimes she asks me to do what she wants me to do, which makes me really unhappy because I didn't expect her to say what I should do. I would always prefer she accepts to what I say her to do. So anyway, 8 days are there. So then I will keep on evaluating that, oh, this is happy, this is unhappy, this is happy, this is unhappy, this is unhappy, this is happy, like that. So my breath is going, shaking all the time. Then I take a Buddha teaching, which is a medicine. Then I take one tablet of in the morning and one tablet in the evening. And in the next 3 days, my fever is gone. That is, Vrinda being here or not being here is not going to cause me anything. It makes no difference to me. It's not that I'm not happy she being there, but she's a conditioned happiness to me. If she goes away, the happiness also goes along with it. So my objective is not to lose her, which looks stupid. Now Aryu comes here, and now I throw out Vrinda and attach to Aryu, which is again stupidity. Hey, what happened to Vrinda then? No, no, no. Now Aryu is there. So my prime spot is prime time is Aryu. Then somebody else comes. Let's say Shenial comes here, and then I throw both Vrinda and Aryu, and I'm with Shenial because Shenial gives me 100% happiness. Then Bobby comes. He says that, what about me? He said, oh, yeah, 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 you are my another happiness. And Merin, of all the people, she said, ah, Vilas, you are, miss me. You like only these people, you don't like me. Then I say, yeah, Merin, I don't have space at present, but anyway, I'll give you my time for you. Then Janak will say, Vilas Bhai, this is unfortunate. You remember what all I've done for you? Yeah, Janak, okay, wait, I'll give you one space. So after all of this, all of these people will leave me and go. Then I'll make statues of Vrinda and keep here. Then statue of Aryu, statue of Shenial, Bobby, Merin, Janak. I don't know how many statues I need to keep. And then I keep on praying to them. "Oh, very good, sir. Thank you while you were here. So, so nice of you. I will prostrate once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, put some flowers, some incense sticks. It looks ridiculous. That's exactly what we have done with Buddha. It's about, yeah, go ahead, Madhukar. Okay. What I see, yeah, whenever we give a cause, that is the ground, a very big ground for driving the six items. So once the one gives a cause, the big cause will definitely come. That is by default. So once we don't give a cause at all, you are definitely confused. Yes, if there is no cause, there is no effect. With cause, there is effect. So I created Aryu as a statue. Now Aryu is so close to me. But you know what, Madhukar? Either he has to be in Bangalore, I have to be in Mountain View. Only two possibilities. Even if I'm in Mountain View, even if I stay for 6 months, my visa allows me to stay in United States for 6 months. But 6 months is 6 months. Every day is getting cut. So anicca, dukkha. I'm helpless. I can't do anything. Let's say Aryu loves me so much that he wants to keep me, but government can only give him 6 months. He can't keep me more than 6 months. I can't fly back to US the very next day because the border police would ask me, immigration, hey, you were here 6 months. You come back again. I say, I have my love, darling. Are you gay by any chance? I say, no, I'm straight. Then why you want to go and stay with him? No, he's my close. What close of what? I just now asked you, do you have any relationship? You say no. With a friend, why do you stay for 6 months? And again you're back here for 6 months. I say I'm attached to him. You take him along with you to India because my happiness is sitting there. That's the problem. So since that's not possible, then I create an avatar of Harry. Now that we have AI, so I make one avatar, which we already have actually on Meta. We have Meta glasses. He and I. So he has created one avatar of mine, and I have another avatar. So he enters my room and he sits next to me, and I sit next to him, and we both chat. I think we have stopped doing it. I think we should do that and then see the virtual reality. So then Ariu is sitting next to me. He speaks there, and the voice is of Ariu, and we have made almost the face of Ariu. I mean, he has made it. Sampajano is what he it comes as, and my thing is also there. So I've created one with glasses and no hairs and all that. So that guy looks pretty old in that than me personally here. So I've asked him to work it out to make that guy look younger and also doesn't age. So Sampajano with the villa. So then sit and chat. And then nobody's going to ask us for the visa. But still, it doesn't fill unless I meet him personally. Then only last thing I can do is to have a statue of him. So I make one statue and give it to him. He gives another statue of his. So we both keep it. And rest is history. That's the reason it's called history. His story is history. The actual meaning of history is his story. I don't if there are feminists here, there's nothing called her story because it's his history. So his story, history. Anyway, so if I come out of this madness, which creates feelings, the perception also goes away. The statue is the perception, symbol, sign, nimitta, and the feeling is created out of that nimitta. If you throw the nimitta, the feeling is gone. Then you are liberated right here, right now. That's the end of suffering because you are always happy. Indriya samvara is that. And hence you are in samatha. not about sitting on the cushion. So then you can throw out the mind illuminated. Your mind is already illuminated, so there's no point in keeping that thing called mind illuminated, or gift it to someone who thinks that his mind is yet to be illuminated. Please, sir, take it. Then Goenkaji technique, and somebody says, "Oh, I don't know what is meditation." Yes, sir, he's Goenka technique. Please go ahead, use it. No, sir, I'm not able to concentrate. Is it okay? Go to this monastery. There's a huge Buddha statue. Just look at it. Simple things, right? After he starts doing it, shake him up, tell him, throw it. But you only say, take it. Yes, for now. Now that you have learned it, throw it. Give up. No, sir, that pagoda is good. Throw it. That's so Madhukar wanted to me to take him to pagoda. I said, throw it. Shunyagara is there. Throw it. No Shunya. What Shunyagara? You have a better Shunyagara here. What Shunyagara you are searching for? Yeah, he wanted to go and sit in the Shunyagara. And I fortunately did not take you. Next time I'll take you there. There is rubbish, heap of rubbish. Not that they don't clean. The poor guys clean, but it is so much filled with dust, leaves, this, that. And there is so much of competition to be in Shunyagara. Because the VRI did the Shunyagara, this Mahabodhi people also thought no customers are coming, so we should also have Shunyagara. So then they promote Shunyagara, saying that we have Shunyagara, please come. Just like a hotel. One hotel is saying we have this many rooms, and another hotel says that I have exactly the same room, but more rooms if you want. But what Buddha teaches is Shunyagara of the mind, nothing as Raga, Dvesha, Moha. That's the end of suffering. So, Madhukar, where do we make statue? Do you know that? We make statue. Maybe just some respect. No, no. If you have, since you have attended Goenkaji's retreat, he says that you make a statue of that person and keep on changing. Something changes, you change the statue. Something because you always have an image of a person. That nimitta has to be removed. That's the actual nimitta you need to remove. The other nimitta, which is Buddha statue, is just to camouflage this one. It's a superimposition of your image. So I am concerned of my image in the society, in the community. So now you see how nicely I'm talking to all of them. My voice is very low and composed and all of because I am scared of my image. What if any one of you will find out this is not my nature and then my image changes? Because you're holding on to the nimitta. So, nibbana is animitta, appanihita, shunyata. Animitta is no sign, no symbol, no image making. Appanihita is desirelessness. There's nothing to desire. Absolutely nothing to desire. Let's say I go to San Francisco in October and meet again the same gang sitting here. Vrinda is here, Aryu is there, Chirag is there, and so many other people around. And all of Aryu's friends come, we meet. But do you make a nimitta? It's a question, image. If I see Tina when I met in 2024. I meet her now, and I find her body is slightly modified, big, meaning she's become fat or lean or aged or whatever it is. Then I say, Tina, how are you? You look slightly aged now. And she gives me a story why she looks aged. Because in her image, she's not aged. In my image, she's aged. Now she's trying to prove she's not aged. She says, Vilas, I was dehydrated. I go on hikes. And recently, as you knows, I've gone on a 20-mile hike and then I got totally tired. And she gives a whole story of it to prove that she's not aged a little bit. She forgot to drink water and she shows me a OZ, meaning milliliter, liter of water bottle and say that I'm drinking water. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tina, I think you should drink a lot of water. Yeah, do you feel my skin dehydrated? I think so, right? Say, yeah, Tina, this side is dehydrated, this side is hydrated. Maybe you should drink on this side. So then that's all she wanted to show. Then I meet so many people, and when I'm back in San Francisco airport, should I throw all of these images in the bin before taking flight? I think I should. So take a trash can, throw all of those images, clean it up. That becomes animita, apanita, no desire for a particular image. Shunyata, empty, empty the mind of its content. It had Aryu, Chirag, Vrinda, Tina, maybe Cindy will come, and some of his Chinese friends, and many more. So take a bonfire, make a bonfire in the mind through all of this, burns, make it shunyata, sit in the flight. And that's it. That doesn't mean they don't exist. They do, conventionally, but there's no image. That's what Buddha is. But unfortunately, we have so many Buddhas floating around here. One statue here, one there, one there, one there, and I don't know how many. As many people give me Buddha statues, I think I'm going to make it into a small Buddhist museum. So I have no problem people giving me statues. So maybe I'll make a museum and say that welcome to the Museum of the Buddha. It's fair. But should I make it inside? No. Yes,
Yeah, I guess you're explaining, I had a thought about if you could have memory,
yes.
if you could have memory without the civilizations, wondering the difference between memory without civilization.
You refer to Sanya Sutta. This exact question what Ananda asks. You have Sunny and yet don't have Sunny. That's exactly what you're asking. You have memories, but I don't memories. Yeah, I will tell you how. Now, Brinda is sitting here. We went to that SF from, we went to the Golden Gate Bridge, right? And then one time it was cloudy when we went. And then we went to that park. You remember I and Brinda ahead and you and Chirag went behind or ahead, whatever it is. Do I remember all of them? I remember every part of it, everything from the time I landed in San Francisco till the time I left San Francisco, every day from 18th of December 2024 to 10th of Jan 2025. I remember everything in vivid detail. If you ask me, can you tell me on day 5 what did we do? I'll tell you exactly what did we do, including they putting the beds, and then they one day they were late, and the dress what she was wearing, what Chirag was wearing, what you were wearing, I can tell you. But I have no memories of that. Meaning I don't keep on creating memories and like a cow keep on grazing, even though there is nothing inside my mouth. That I don't do. But if you ask me, do you remember? I would say yes. If you ask me to narrate my life from 6 month baby to today, I can tell you exact things. If I say 71, it goes to 71, it's 72, 73, 74, like that. I can do both. That's a sunny. That's a perception. Yes, go ahead.
And I guess it makes more sense in this era where it's AI can create a program and run it, and then there's done you throw sort of
Exactly. Yes. Just think, yeah, it's good that, see, today's AI, generative AI, what it is doing, it is generating it, right? It doesn't own anything. It gives you everything from everywhere and then makes it in a very nice way. You consider yourself as an AI, right? And anybody wants, you serve it, but it's not yours. That's what Buddha Dhamma is. It's not yours. Anatta, it's not yours. So it doesn't mean that you can't reflect back and say that, oh, I, for one reason, I think I had checked once about some health condition. I gave it again. It started saying, you had asked me earlier. Now I will give you a complete walkthrough of that. It means it remembers, right? So then it has an aspect of remembrance of what was asked earlier. So it's generative AI, so it's good one. What they have found out is good. Only thing, it doesn't feel. It's able to remember. That means that sati. What's meaning sati is to remember, but it can't feel. What if we add feeling and perception? It becomes like a human or any living being that it can feel. And in fact, if you say, oh, what do you feel? You ask this question. In my opinion, it says, and then I ask some questions. What do you think this government should be doing? What do you feel about Trump? It'll start to use some words which doesn't put in trouble, right? So why don't we do like that? That in behavioral language called as third party thinking. And they want you to work like a third party so that you don't get worked up. So first party is me, second party is Vrinda, third party, let's say somebody here like Swati, she has no idea what is between me and Vrinda. So I throw something at her, Vrinda throws something at her, and she's unbiased. So we both will go to her and say, hey, I have a difference with Vrinda. She is horrible. And Vrinda will say, this guy is totally horrible, I'm telling you. And then she only hears horrible. So then she defines what is horrible. So she asks some question of being horrible to her and to me. And then she says that nobody, both of you are fine. Actually, there's a misunderstanding. Let me make you understand. So she calls both of us and she counsels. And from that day, we feel very happy. Ah, I didn't know this. Okay. But that is AI sitting there as Swati because she's unbiased. So can I be unbiased? If yes, I have understood Buddha Dhamma perfectly. It's unbiased. So then there's no feeling and perception, if you really see. You are already relieved of samsara if you're unbiased. There's no nimitta, there's no symbolization, there's no image, right? There's no desire to hold on to me or to Vrinda. And the third one, shunyata. There's no raga, there's no coloring, there's no dvesha, there's nothing to hate, there's no delusion. So you're done. You're in Nibbana. When you speak to Vrinda next time or to me, you'll do exactly what should be done, but without you being there. And if you establish like that permanently, it's an arhat. And that's it. Now you can operate anything you want. Then work out on psychic powers. Because now that you're pure, the consciousness is pure and bright, do whatever. You can manifest. That's the next thing I need to do. I have a long life ahead. So what should I do for time pass? I need to learn some psychic powers now. Now this generative AI has to find something else to keep it going. Okay, so I will use this codex for my next project, psychic powers. Okay, should we end? No other questions? Sure. Here, any questions? Any comments? 3, 2, 1, off.